Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you 3 basic text animations. First, see the preview. Now let's move on to the tutorial. First, add text transform effect into your text. There is 5 options in text transform effect. We'll be using 3 of them to make this animation. Range is used to start and end the animation. Transform is used for changing the initial and final position, size, alpha, angle and stretch of the text. Interpolation and easing is used for making the animation smooth according to our needs. First, click on Range option and click Start. Then add a keyframe where you need to end the animation and add a keyframe in the beginning. Then change the value of last keyframe into 100. Now click on Transform and change the anchor to Component. Then change the Y value into 200. Angle into 10. Scale value into 0.10. And make both stretch and alpha values into -1. Now text animation looks like this. To make it smooth, click on Interpolation and Easing. Change the ease in 100 and ease out -100. Overlap value into 500. Now our first text animation is ready. Now to make second text animation. First, add text spacing effect. Then click on letter spacing option and add a keyframe on where you want to end the animation. And add a keyframe in the beginning. And change the value of first keyframe into 33. To make it smooth, add a similar graph like mine. To make it more clean, click on opacity and add a keyframe in the beginning and add another the keyframe few frames after the first one. Change the value of first keyframe into 0. Now our second text animation is ready. To make the third text animation, add text transform effect. Click on Transform option. Then change the component into Word. Change alpha value into -1. Then click on Range option and add a keyframe in the beginning. Then add a keyframe where you want to end the animation. Then change the value of second keyframe into 100. Now our last text animation is ready. Hope you like this tutorial. Comment down what kind of tutorial you want next.